the following commissioners: Jeffrey A. Hughes, Floyd B. McKissick Jr., William M. Brawley, Wyatt T. Tucker, and Stephen J. Levitas. In compliance with the State Government Ethics Act, I remind members of the commission of their duty to avoid conflicts of interest and inquire as to whether any member of the commission has a known conflict of interest with respect to any matters coming before the commission this morning. Okay. Seeing none, we will proceed to public staff item number 1.
Good morning. I'm Neha Patel with Public Staff Synergy Division. Before I proceed, I would like to get your permission to present items 1, 2, and 4 while skipping item 3 as Ms. Johnson will be presenting that item.
Yes, please proceed.
Thank you. Item 1 is docket G9 sub 837, an application filed by Piedmont Natural Gas for approval of proposed Appendix I of service regulations and discontinuation of reporting requirements. On March 7, 2025, Piedmont submitted a proposed new Appendix I to its North Carolina service regulations in compliance with ordering paragraph 11 of Commission's January 7, 2025 order in docket number G9 sub 837. In ordering paragraph 11, the Commission directed Piedmont and the public staff to jointly develop a new Appendix I to Piedmont's North Carolina service regulations with input from other parties to the stipulation of settlement approved in the order and submitted as a compliance filing for approval. In addition, Piedmont requested permission to discontinue its annual reports on its distribution and transmission pipeline integrity management programs, or PIMD and PIMT, in light of the monthly reporting requirement contained in the proposed new Appendix I. Piedmont stated that the stipulating parties support this change. Public staff recommends Commission approval of the proposed new Appendix I as filed, and that Piedmont be permitted to discontinue its annual PIMT and PIMD reporting requirements.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay. We have a motion and a second to approve public staff items 1, 2, and 4. Are there any questions or discussion from the commissioners? Okay, seeing none, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? The motion's carry. Thank you.
Thank you.
So we will proceed to public staff item number 3.
Good morning, Sonia Johnson with Public Staff Accounting Division. Item 3 is docket number G9 sub 854, an application filed by Piedmont Natural Gas Company requesting authority to adjust its rates under Appendix C of its service regulations, Piedmont's margin decoupling tracker mechanism, and for the rates to be effective April 1st, 2025. The public staff has reviewed the application and information provided by the company and recommends that the commission approve the application as filed.
Motion to approve as filed.
Okay. We have a motion and a second. Are there any questions or discussion? Okay, seeing none, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Public staff item number 3 is approved. Thank you. So we will proceed with public staff item number 5.
Good morning. My name is Andrew Puglisi with the Public Staff's Energy Division. Item 5 is docket G40 sub 184, an application filed by Frontier Natural Gas on March 13th, 2025, seeking authority to increase its sales rate by $3 per decatherm. The increase is a result of a change in its benchmark city gate delivered cost of gas from the current rate of $4 per decatherm to $7 per decatherm. The public staff has reviewed the application and recommends approval as filed.
Move approval.
We have a motion and a second. Are there any questions or discussion? Commissioner Brawley.
I noticed that on our 4, it's changing the price from $4 to $4.50 per decatherm for Piedmont gas and $7. Part of public staff differences.
I'm not sure about the reason for Piedmont, but I know the reason for Frontier has to do with their deferred account projections, and an increase to $7 would be necessary to mitigate large under collection from the customers.
That's the answer.
Okay. So we have a motion, a second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? The motion carries. Thank you. So public staff, item number 6.
Good morning, Commissioners. I'm Desiree with the Public Staff Accounting Division. I am presenting item number 6, which is docket number G39, sub 51. On February 25th, 2025, Cardinal Pipeline Company LLC filed an application requesting approval to adjust its fuel retention percentage from 0.75 to 0.77 effective April 1st, 2025. In addition, Cardinal is requesting approval to implement an electric power rate increase from 0.01557 to 0.01807 per decatherm per month, also effective on April 1st, 2025. The public staff has reviewed the application and recommends commission approval as filed.
Move approval?
We have a motion and a second. Are there any questions or discussion? Commissioner Tucker.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Humor me if you would, please. Give me a little bit of background on Cardinal Pipeline and then, the fact that we're talking about electricity rates. Help me with that if you would, please.
I appreciate the question. I might defer to,
Okay.
I see that Mr. Kaler is present and coming to the podium as well.
thank you.
So with respect to the electricity rates, these rates are forward projected rates based on the rates that were put in place for last year. What the projections could potentially look like for the forthcoming year is what would be said. Any over or under collection is provided back to the customers in the next review period.
And so the record is clear. Can you identify yourself for the record? Thank you.
I'm Neha Patel, Public Staff's Energy Division.
You wanna answer?
Thank you.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
Just to clarify, because I was new to this and also a little confused, is this a rate that is charged for the delivery of gas to electric power generating facilities?
No, this would be at the compressor station where, which is used to provide that service. Compressor station for the Cardinal Pipeline.
Okay, and so who is charging who electric power rates?
So this would be the Cardinal company that is charging its customers, that will be Piedmont and PSNC.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
Yep.
And I think Commissioner Tucker was also, and I shared the question, just wanted to know a little bit about who Cardinal Power is.
Thank you.
Do you have further questions? I'm Robert Kaler. I represent Cardinal.
Yeah, we were just wondering, could you just tell us a little bit about who Cardinal is? What they
Cardinal
do?
Pipeline is a pipeline that has basically two customers, Piedmont and with Public Service, which would now be Enbridge. And so we have a pipeline that starts in Rockingham County and runs east and supplies the two local distribution companies.
Okay, it looks like that is all of the questions from the commissioners. We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? The motion carries, and thank you for your being here to answer the questions.
Thank you.
So we will proceed with public staff item number 7.
Good morning. My name is Sharon Wade with the Public Staff, Water, Sewer, Transportation, and Telephone Division. Telephone item 7 presents an interconnection agreement filed for commission approval between Brightspeed of Eastern North Carolina LLC, Brightspeed of North Carolina LLC, and Stratus Networks, Inc. The public staff has reviewed the filing and recommends that an order be issued approving the agreement.
Move approval?
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Are there any questions? Commissioner Tucker.
Yes, ma'am. Again, it seems that most of the telecommunications we do are in Eastern North Carolina. I assume that this is giving Stratus a CPCN in primarily eastern North Carolina, is that correct? Geographically?
Eastern as well as, I think, central, well, mostly eastern.
Who utilizes these networks? The phones that were put out by the feds, or what I may be confused. If you could share that with me, please, ma'am.
Who utilizes the competing local provider as well as the ILEC customers will be utilizing the systems, the services provided by the companies for so the customers can receive calls and that origin so the parties' networks can place calls and terminate them on the parties' networks.
Okay, I don't mean to get down the weeds. iLink, I'm just trying to determine, we have phone service throughout the state, and then the rural areas are an issue. And I'm just trying to figure out what phones Brightspeed and Stratus are going to service. Excuse me. Who the customers are. And I'll get right and be candid. These are Obama phones that were put out during his administration, and are these free phones, or am I off track there?
These are services provided over internet.
And I see that Ms. Coxton is coming forward as well to help answer the questions.
Good morning, Rita Coxton on behalf of the public staff. So candidly, there is not, with respect to regulating telephone, this is more allowing one network to interconnect to another, not necessarily establishing a particular service area. So it's allowing, as Ms. Wade mentioned, it's allowing them to work together to be able to serve. I don't know that this agreement pertains to a specific part of North Carolina. I think it's more one network working with another.
And, excuse me, I'll follow up. And so those customers are, any customer, if I drive down in eastern North Carolina or in the area where Stratus and Brightspeed have service, will my phone work, or am I still on Verizon? Are these kind of, all of that's connected nationally? I'm just trying to understand who these phones service. I mean, who these networks service. Would I use Brightspeed? Would I use Stratus if I'm traveling east of Raleigh or in the central part of the state?
Michelle Boswell, Director of Accounting for the Public Staff. When you are traveling, no, because all of the networks would still be your Verizon network. So those utilizing these services would have signed up to take service from these providers.
Okay, so who would the people be that anybody in these areas they would pick it up? I mean, I guess I clarified. There's no specific group that this would serve. This is just general public signing up with Brightspeed through Stratus, and the two Stratus and the two networks work together, and this is kind of an interlocal agreement. Is that right?
Of sorts, yes. Anyone in this territory could sign up to receive their telephone services through those two companies.
Okay. All right. Very well. Thank you. Thank you for those explanations.
Yeah. Thank you for being here to answer the questions. We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? The motion carries. Thank you. So we have before us for approval the minutes of staff conference for March 17th, 2025. Do I hear a motion? Okay. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? The March 17th, 2025 minutes are approved. Is there any additional business for the commission this morning? Okay. Seeing none, we stand adjourned. Thank you.